show. Pageantry Now is all about positive pageantry and being able to highlight the things that you don't necessarily see on TV or in the news about pageants. Generally, you see a lot of the negative things. So you see issues with answers from a pageant the day before, maybe it was a blooper, somebody fell, or you see what's on reality TV. Whereas here we try to highlight the amazing things that pageants, pageant directors, pageant title holders, men and women of both, are doing across the world to be able to make a difference in their communities, in their countries, to be able to, change the world. So with that being said, today our special guest is the accomplished American and the accomplished international directors, Heather Clark. Again, my name is Stacey Sherrill Simpson. I am the host of Pageantry Now. I am also the reigning Mrs. Accomplished International and previously Mrs. Accomplished American and the Lifetime Queen for the Accomplished American program. With that being said, if you are here and you are a fan, please invite your fans to the show as well. We want to be able to try to get as many shares and as many likes as we possibly can, so please do so. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go live with our guest, Heather Clark, again with the Accomplished. Thank you! Our favorite friend, Emily, is here. Yay! We actually know Tea Time with Emily. If you haven't found her, please do. She is a great supporter of the program, great supporter of both Heather and I as well, and we are always grateful for her friendship, so thank you very much. I love you so much. Hey, Heather, how are you?
Hello, doing well, and hi, Emily. She is amazing.
She is fantastic. I mean, such an inspiration. Clearly needs to be part of the Accomplished American family. Would you not agree, Heather?
I would awesomely agree. So, I'm Heather Clark, as she said, and I am the Accomplished American Program Director and the owner, and I have been involved with the program since its inception in 2005, and I took over ownership in 2007. So, how about a little bit about the program? We are a not-for-profit community service organization, and the Accomplished American Program hosts the Accomplished American Pageant as well as the Community Service America Pageant. And it's for people who volunteer in their community or who are needing to get started volunteering in their community. And we award those for personal, professional, and educational achievements and awards.
Awesome. So you are the director, but not only are you the director of the pageant, you were the Grand Supreme winner in what year?
The year it was incepted. So 2005 was the very first year. Gotta try this on the camera here. I was due to the age, and so I won the Grand Supreme title, and I just fell in love with this program. When I saw it first, I knew this was my program, and I did everything I could to stay involved, to recruit, sister queens and all of those things. And then when the time came, I was able to take it over, and it truly is my heart.
Okay, so the pageant system has been around for 12 years.
Yes.
And you refer to it as a program, even though it is a pageant. We like to make sure that we let everybody know it is not a beauty pageant. The pageant is based on your inner beauty and the things that you have accomplished in your life. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, well, the accomplishment part, accomplishments and awards, they can be anything, not just educational, not just, professional. They can be interpersonal things. So what have you overcome? So Stacey, something that, 3-time cancer survivor, hit by a truck. The universe just keeps trying to kick you down, you keep coming up. So that right there, that is a huge achievement and a huge accomplishment in our program. And one of the things that we do to showcase your achievements, your accomplishments, again, they can be professional, promotions at work, they can be educational, you get good grades, even if it's one class that you are absolutely awesome in. One of the ways we showcase that is a scrapbook. And a lot of people are intimidated by the idea of making a scrapbook. And, oh, I haven't really achieved very much. I haven't really accomplished that much. And that's not what it is. It's about the quality, not the quantity. There are some people that, this is the size of their scrapbook. And that is fine. That is perfectly wonderful. I don't mean fine in a bad way. I mean, if that is where you are, that is where you are. There are people where, this is the size. There are people where this is the size. There's me where this is the size.
You're going to ask me for yours. You're going to ask me for mine? Hold on a second.
Yes, please. And then there's people like Cece, who I swear to you, it's like an 8-inch binder. This one, this is a 3-inch. This is mine. This is Stacey.
Mine.
Stacey has just accomplished and achieved so much, which is one of the reasons she is the inaugural and international queen. Just her accomplishments and achievements are off the chart. Please don't be intimidated by that. Again, even if yours is this big, that is awesome. And that's, I think, the most intimidating thing when we talk about our pageant, and how we compile the accomplishments and the achievements. It's just really one of those things where once you write it down, you realize how much you've done.
Yeah.
Yes. We've had quite a few of our queens and delegates, when they were delegates, oh, I really haven't done much. And I'm like, well, here, let's write it down. And then when you start compiling it and you put it into it, it's like, oh my gosh, I've done so many things. And one of the things about the reason I call it a program is because we host 2 pageants, and I want people to understand that. Yes, I want people to 3 now to understand that we are not about the outer beauty; we are about the inner beauty. Okay, I don't care what size you are. Okay, I don't care what you look like. I want you to look inside yourself and say, I'm beautiful. Okay, here's why I'm beautiful for your own self, not for us. We know you're beautiful on the inside. I want you to look inside and say, this is why I am beautiful. This is what makes me beautiful. And that is what our program is about. And we are there for those people who want to serve their community. We're not there for the woman who wants 8 different crowns in a year. We're not there if you're looking for the glitz. We have glitz and we have bling, lots of bling. This is one of our pins. Our sashes are gorgeous. They have our logo, the whole deal. I mean, yes. We have bling. Absolutely. Earrings, necklaces.
I don't have mine are all put away.
We have the bling.
We have to get international ones.
We now have to get purple ones, yes. So we have the crowns, have the sashes. You can get awarded the earrings and the necklaces for your appearance. This is at 10 appearances. These are at 20, and this year we're adding a ring that is at 30 appearances. And so we have the bling. But for us, it's not about the bling. It's about how you are serving yourself and your community and what you are doing.
It's a different kind of bling.
Yes. I
a different kind of bling. Because I always say that whether I'm wearing my crown or not, whether I'm wearing my sash or not, it doesn't dim my sparkle. It doesn't dim my ability to be able to represent the program. You count appearances whether I'm wearing my crown or sash or not, and that goes with everybody in the program. Oh, thanks, Em. We appreciate that. We love you.
Thank you, Emily.
I mean, and
I do.
And that's
something that's important for people too. Yes.
Right.
I don't solely count appearances when you're in a crown and sash, because there's so many things out there that you just can't do in a crown and sash. Are you out planting trees? Sure, you could wear your crown and sash, but it would get a little awkward when you're digging a hole. Are you out working with small children? Maybe doing an art project. Again, Scotch guard that sucker if you're going to wear it, but you can wear your sash and your crown. Absolutely, the children love it. However, I'm going to have that opinion you're in your concern or not. It's a community service and or volunteer moment. It counts. You know,
Absolutely.
I do that all the time. There are some girls as well in our program. Our Accomplished American Men's Supreme 2015 jury that is another community service pageant, which is one of our California women actually. She did. It's called Cornish Christmas, and it is an amazing pageant. It's not really a beauty pageant either. They're also a community service organization with M3 Mall. They're one of our sister pageants. And every time they are in their Cornish Christmas crown and sash doing something, it counts for the Accomplished American program as well. So if you go out and you do an Alzheimer's pageant, so what that is you're raising money for the Alzheimer's Association. You are the queen that goes out and does those fundraisers. That is a community service pageant. That is, what do we call it? We call it something, a charity organization. And those appearances all count. Even if you're not wearing our crown and sash, if you say, hey, I did this, that counts towards your appearances. So, again, for us, it's not about the crown, the sash, and what you look like. Yes, we have those. Yes, they're pretty. You know, this is a picture of one of them because they're not on order yet. This is the Grand Supreme. The state ones are just shorter versions of this. So we have the pretty, we have the bling. But like you said, it's about a different kind of beauty.
It's about a different kind of bling. So I want to touch really a little bit on the idea of the scrapbook, and also to point out that with the scrapbook is part of the competition, and that not only do you have to, you can do a physical scrapbook if you want to, or if you want to, say, make a Facebook page and make a digital scrapbook with your Facebook page that's made up for your title, you can do that as well. So you don't necessarily have to physically, be an artsy person and do a scrapbook. You can actually submit everything online. But let's talk a little bit about the areas of competition, because someone just asked us, what's your talent? In my particular case, my talent is just being Miss Stacy. I do sing and I dance, and we'll leave it at that.
Fabulous talent,
we leave it at that. However, talent is not officially part of the pageant. So, Heather, can you tell us the areas of competition, please?
So we'll touch on talent for a second. Talent is what we in the pageant business call an optional. It means that if you have a talent, any kind of promotable talent, that you can promote that talent with us, but it's a separate award. It doesn't count as your overall. It's not like Miss America where it is weighted. It has no bearing on the outcome at all whatsoever. So there are some of us who our talents aren't really classical. My talent would be commanding hey, you sing and dance and looked fabulous. My talent is more of teaching, commanding a preschool room, actually do homeschool my children because I have my degree, and what's the point of sending them away if I'm going to do the exact same thing at home? So, and they have more freedom. So I can't really showcase that classically. Now, I did get to live my dream of doing doing a talent where I got to read a story like I was reading the story to a classroom. That was so much fun. But again, it has no bearing in our competition on the outcome. For us, the main thing, two things, and we're a points-based system. Anybody who doesn't understand that means that you start at 0, and you get points from the judges all the way up to a specific amount on your stuff that you submit and your interview. So the first thing that everybody freaks out, live interviews. For nationals, this is for nationals, okay? You have a live interview, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on age groups. The older ladies get 10 minutes. Basically, I want to say 18 and up is 10 minutes. Anything under 18 is 5 minutes, because sometimes it can be tedious for both parties to try and think of something to talk about with a complete stranger. So an interview is 40 points. For up to 40 points. So then you can get up to 40 points for your interview. And then the scrapbook. The scrapbook is 40 points as well. Within the scrapbook, we have things lined out. So you have, your cover page that says your name and everything. And you have a headshot of your concept. Does not have to be professional. So many people, I can't afford to go get. Can you stand in front of a blank wall and have a parent, friend, spouse, neighbor take the picture for you and then email it to me? Then you've got your headshot. We don't expect you to waste your money on a ton of headshots that you're only going to use for one thing. Now, Stacey and I, we waste our money and then we use them for everything. My headshot is going to be my headshot indefinitely. I will be 110, and that will still be my headshot because I look fantabulous. Stacey as well. Oh, you just got a new one. She had these gorgeous headshots, the purple. Love that headshot. And she's used it for years, and finally she got new ones that she can use for the next however many years. So in the scrapbook, we have, items lined out of what you have to do. And in there's also a nomination essay, your list of your achievements, okay, and your community service entry. And all of that in our program totals 120 points. Because if you're going to give 120%, you're going to get 120% back. And so that's how we do it. And again, you earn points. You don't compete against other people at all. So she had money for a $5,000, interview suit. And you got yours at, say, whatever Goodwill is. Doesn't matter. We're not looking at your...
The way you look has no bearing on the score whatsoever.
There is no beauty category, period. There is no beauty.
Who you are and how you come across.
And all of our women are fantastically beautiful. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Laura Lee. And so, we have these things that we do, and we have an itemized list in each packet. And it tells you, what you have to do. Some of the things that, again, intimidate people about our program is the nomination essay. Okay, be real. Who do you know that just would speak amazingly about you? And have that person write why they think you should be a part of our program.
That's funny that you bring that out, because that was one of the things I was most worried about was my nomination.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find someone that would actually write a nomination for me. I thought, who am I going to ask? And which is totally absurd now at this point when I look at it. But it's absurd. It is absurd, because in my brain I was going, pageant person. What pageant person do I know that is gonna
and
recommend
that's
me?
Misconception.
And it doesn't have to be a pageant person.
No, absolutely not. For the younger girls, again, 17 and under, it's usually a parent or grandparent or aunt or uncle, or even a teacher. Some of them have had teachers write in. For the older, over 17, I say older, for the over 17, is usually, someone at work, or it is someone at school, or a friend, And again, it's fine if it's a mom. It's fine if it's a dad. It's fine if it's a relative, as long as they can portray that. But usually it's a mentor, or somebody just comes out of the woodworks, and you're like, oh, okay. And then they write this glow view of you. And usually you end up crying reading it, because you can't imagine how they could think all these wonderful things about you. And that's part of letting your inner beauty shine, because that's what you're doing, is you're finding these things out about yourself. Also about self-discovery in our program. And then another thing that really, really intimidates people is the platform essay. Because, first of all, they probably don't know what a platform is. And that's where lectures, owners, myself, Cherie Daly, she's a co-director, Stacey, of course. We have a whole board and a whole staff, and we former queens that will even help you with your platform essays. Come national
Not
time.
just with your platform essay, but also sometimes you don't know what a platform is, and you want to participate, and you're like, well, what is a platform? So a lot of times I work with people that have never done a pageant before in starting to find out what they want their platform to be. And also bear in mind that your platform doesn't necessarily have to stay the same. Like mine has changed.
No.
Even within the system, my platform has changed since I first
Yes.
won my first title. So
Cherise as well. Cherise started with something, that was at that time near and dear to her, and then as she grew within our system and within herself, she realized that she wanted a different one. And so that exactly with you, as you, and we're always growing as people, always. Okay, again, 110, I'm still growing. And that's the thing, is that as you grew more inside and your heart really decided what it wanted, your platform changed. You wanted to go away from this and more towards the body image movement.
Right.
So, and that, I guess, while we're talking about platforms, one of the things that everyone should know is that I promote your platform. Okay. Yes, I have my personal platform, mine, that belongs to me. It is the
it's also the pageant platform. Yeah, it's also the pageant's platform.
It is the pageant platform. However, you are not required in any way to promote it. So, but mine is, this camera thing is messing with me. Pink Hills, Pink Fire Trucks. This is, I made this in honor of them. And so if anybody wants to know about my platform, it's pinkfiretrucks.org. I don't know if you can type that in for me, Stacy. I really can't.
And pinkfiretrucks.org?
Yes. And that's my personal platform. And yes, it's the pageant platform. However, you are free to promote your platform, and I promote your platform. So body image movement. We love body image movement. And we embrace body image movement and promote that on behalf of Stacy. And we also have Cherie. She's on, I'm doing a live.
She's on Facebook Live too, so that's why she keeps looking off to the side.
I'm Facebook Live, so I'm looking over and waving to my girls. So Cherie's platform is working with the American Suicide Prevention. Did I say it right, Cherie? I don't know. And so that's her platform. Right. And we take the information from there, and we go to things for that platform. Samantha, our accomplished American ambassador, her platform is mental health awareness. And again, we take her platform, and she's actually getting ready to expand her platform, which we're very excited to help her with. And when I go to events, personally, I take all of your platforms, I set them up on a table together, and I promote you. Right. So I'm here to help promote you and your platform and what you are doing as a person. So while we're on platforms, I thought we might as well say that. And then community service entry. That's really easy. Remember, I was talking about appearances, crown or sash, no crown or sash. What are you doing out in the community? That's literally.
If you are a Boy Scout, a Girl Scout, Campfire Girl, that's community service too, just so you guys know. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Yes. If you are already involved in a community service organization. Right. And we have people that were not, and we're looking to get involved, and they got their crown and sash, their state titles, and they went out there, and now they are involved in so many community service organizations that they don't know what to do. Their time is full now. Whereas when they started, they didn't have any.
Right. And the thing that's really great about this system from a standpoint, so that everybody understands where I come from and why I have the crown and the sash on right now. I started with the program as Mrs. Florida Accomplished American. And then in 2014, I won the title of Mrs. Accomplished American. And then in 2015, my director didn't want me to leave, so she made me the lifetime queen. And then we are launching as of March of this year, I became the new Mrs. Accomplished International. So you, with the Accomplished American program, can actually go from representing your city, your state, or your nation and go on to an international title if you choose.
Yes.
Which I think is really
something important.
And a lot
you
of
become
women,
yeah,
right? A lot of the women that, I mean, let's be honest, Heather. When I started this program, I wasn't nearly the person that I am now. So in the last 3 years, I think I've seen so much growth and development in myself. Which, when I came to you, I felt pretty accomplished and pretty successful. But I can't express ever how much this opportunity has given me to be able to really grow my roots. Hey, Legend, how are you? Hey, Mia. To grow my roots, to really expand my roots, to expand my ability to be able to bust out on the social media scene in a way that I was totally not ready for. And welcome to YouNow. I never thought as an accomplished, thank you, I love you. I never thought that I would be on the red carpet at Miss Universe. I never thought that I would be backstage at Miss USA. I never thought, with a title that no one had ever heard of, which, it's been around for 12 years, that I would have those opportunities. And yet those things have happened to me. So just because it's not something that you say, oh, okay, accomplished American, what's that? It sounds kind of, whatever. I represent that title every single time I step on the red carpet. And I haven't just been with Miss USA or with Miss Universe. I've been with Miss America. I've been with Miss United States. I've been with I've been the Galaxy red carpet. I've traveled all over the country with great opportunities that I would never have had if it were not for the Accomplished American program. And
by that same token,
was
you
one
brought
step.
Opportunities as well. So every time you go out there, I said, with that, you have brought the Accomplished American program so many opportunities as well. Without you, we wouldn't have that title on the red carpet, and people now, when they hear Stacey, they know Accomplished American because of you. And I really feel strongly about that. So, and for those who are like, oh, okay, red carpet, she also has been in PageantryNOW several times. This is when, I know you can't really see it, but this is in Pageantry magazine. And where are we at? Here we go. And that is when she gave up her title with the 2 new winners, right there. So when people are like, oh, I've never heard of you. Okay. Have you heard of this magazine? We've been in it a lot. We've been around for 12 years. I'm sorry that you're only focused on the Fab Five. We're here too.
There are plenty of the thing that's really great about this system is that if you have never competed in a pageant before, this is such an amazing opportunity for you to get your feet wet in pageantry without having to feel all of the stress of being able to compete live right away. With your state title, you compete online, and then nationals are live in California for the Accomplished American program. However, if you don't want to compete live, what are the options for that? Can you tell us about that as well?
Okay, so if you don't want to compete live and you just want a state title, that is our Community Service America title. And so what that is that's a state title. Starting next year, it's only a state title. Anyone who is grandfathered in this year is welcome to still compete. But for those who are only interested, online, the Community Service America is our online program. The Accomplished American is our live program. And I was trying to find, but I have the wrong. See this sparkly binder?
I like sparklies. For those of you that like sparklies, I'm like, Heather's your director. Because it's so funny because she likes sparklies, but she doesn't like to wear sparklies all the time. So,
no.
You can go to an appearance in t-shirt and jeans, and that counts, and you don't have to be sparkly with makeup on. I love you, Em. But when it comes down to being able to get the sparklies, she's your girl.
Well, and so the sparkly thing, my husband appreciates my love of sparkle, which is how I get sparkly folders.
Truth be told, except for Heather's crowns, I've given all of my crowns away. So if anybody would I really am not.
Well, my crowns last. My crowns last. Let's go over that for a moment. Okay. So way back in 12 years ago, when I won.
Should I show you one of my crowns that doesn't last?
Okay. But I'm going to say.
I won't show all of the crown, but that was after
wearing it twice.
Last.
Right. It
didn't last.
Now, I mean, if people are... Okay, bye, Cherie. Have fun.
Emily wants sparkles.
Okay, so way back when I was for crown, this was the state crown. Okay? And while it is very sturdy, I don't know if people... It's very sturdy. Okay? The back, I want you to see how sturdy that crown is. The downside is the combs don't last. You can see the combs. There aren't any. But I did like 80 appearances in this thing. So, and then the national crown at the time. Yeah, that's the international crown. The national crown at the time was this. Again, very sturdy. Okay, very heavy. All right. The combs again. Obnoxious. I'm not trying to do it without. Look at how obnoxious.
It's too
okay,
big.
when you're trying
and your head comes off of your head.
Way too big, okay? Way too obnoxious. Some people are like, ooh, I like that. That's fantastic. I'm glad you like it. I can even where to get it. However, the combs aren't going to last, and you're not going to be able to wear it. You're just not. Okay? There are pictures where I'm literally holding it this because I can't wear it. I mean, look. This is it next to my head. But our crowns now.
You mean mine?
That one.
That's been in this container since I got it?
Because it broke.
That.
So we have tried to get fancy, sparkly, crowns. The problem with the fancy, sparkly crowns is that they break. So the crowns we have, like this is our Grand Supreme. Okay, I showed you guys the pictures. Beautiful Cherie in the Grand Supreme crown. See how nicely that fits her head? Again, I can tell.
It's awesome.
See how nicely it fits her head. If she drops that, which she has, I have, you have.
I
have. It's not going to break on you. And is that the round one or is that the comb one? That's the round one. Yes, and it's round. There's no combs. I wore it for a thing the other day. It's a round crown, so you bobby pin it into your hair or on your head. And
I found that picture.
Okay, there, yeah, that. And that's the thing, is it's still a nice size. It's still beautiful. It stands out. All those silver skull, everybody has the same exact rhinestones. It stands out because it is red, white, and blue, baby. So it stands out. You stand in the crowd of all these women, you don't know whose system is whose, but you know our system because your crown is
watching.
She had to go back to work. I love that. No, Cherie had to go back to work. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's the crown when people are like, oh, because I know I've heard about the crown before, and I'm like, okay, but our crown's not going to break on you. You will be able to get 365 days of that crown and be able to pass it down if you'd like, or put it away and maybe let a child and or grandchild and or great-grandchild, depending on how long you have that crown, play with it, and it's still going to be there. So that's one of the things, yeah, talking about our crowns, that's one of those things. And the sashes. The sashes are made locally. They're here in California.
Here, Heather. Pink Heels, Big Fire
Pink Fire Truck, because my Stacy likes to promote me when I promote her. So, I'll do the... Okay, and we are an all-age. We didn't say that yet. We are an all-age program. So, you can be 110.
Oh, look, Heather, look what I have.
There you go.
Okay,
You've got a picture.
That's the picture, and then this is the state crown.
Yeah, state crown is just a smaller version of the Grand Supreme crown.
Right. Okay.
So, these are our sashes, like I showed before. They have our logo on the sash, so there's no mistaking who you are representing. Okay? And they are made here in California, and they are high quality. Crown Creations. She's our sash lady, and they always make it to, sometimes, there's a little bit of a delay in making them. She had a wedding. She's a sweetheart. She had a wedding, so she was like, so my son's getting married, and I'm like, so it's okay. Do the sashes when you get a chance. But they are made here. That's how we keep the cost down, is that we order sturdy crowns that stand out. And we have our sashes made locally so that the cost isn't all eaten up somewhere else.
So your state crowns, your national crowns are extremely durable. They're absolutely unique. You see one of the Accomplished American crowns, and you know it's the Accomplished American program.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Which is great, because in this situation, like with us, for the Accomplished International program, we
chose this gorgeous crown.
We chose this fantastic crown because it was sturdy, it was gorgeous, it has AB crystals in it, so in the right light, it shines between green, yellow, and purple, so it goes with our purple theme, which goes with our Accomplished International logo, and then somebody stole the design.
Which happens.
I mean, there's no way to keep you from doing it because it's a pretty crown, and everybody went, oh, I want to have that one. So the thing that's fantastic about the Accomplished American crown is that it's so unique that you know that it's yours. Like, you're going to stand out amongst all of the other contestants or other delegates if you're in an event, because people know it's the Accomplished American crown. There's no way to get away from it.
Yes, exactly. Well, and a few years back, we did have a crown designed specifically for us. However, the creator passed on, and so we weren't able to get that anymore. So we did have a crown, again, that was unique. However, I have a kind of a picture of it. You can't really see, but let's see if you can... I'm in the pageant office. I have pictures of title holders everywhere. Another thing, so people want to know about prizes. Everyone wants to know about prizes.
Well, actually, before we talk about prizes, let's talk about the cost, because I know some of the feedback that you've gotten is that the price is too cheap, too inexpensive, and that how can you possibly be a legitimate system if your price is so inexpensive, and how can you be giving, you've already answered, how can you be giving quality items with a title? And your response to that is, again, that we are a non-for-profit program.
Not-for-profit. No one's paid. Okay? I am not paid. I don't take a cut. This is my community service. This is my volunteer organization. The Accomplished program, volunteer organization. So, with that said, I'm not paid. My staff's not paid. The board is not paid. Judges, they're given judges gifts and they're fed. Every fed with our program. Everybody's fed.
As long as there's food, everything's good.
There's food everywhere. No one gets hangry in my program. And so the biggest thing with the Accomplished American program is that it is an all-volunteer organization. So no one's being out of pocket. No one's being paid. I don't want to be paid. This is my volunteer organization. This is my program. This is my heart. So therefore, I don't need to be paid. I'm doing something I love to do. You know, helping people shine, helping people find their inner beauty, their inner strength. You know, that's what it did for me all the way back in 2005. Okay, I had to compile this scrapbook, and I'm going, what am I going to do? And mind you, I love scrapbooking queen, loved it. I knew what to put in it, and so I'm going through, you know, the list of things and all of that, and you know, we had packets too that, you know, you went through, said what to put in it. And I found out so much about myself. I didn't realize how much I volunteered back then. I didn't realize how much I had accomplished. I really didn't realize all of this until I was putting this together. So this is truly my heart. So hands down, no one gets paid. Okay? So everybody needs to understand that. That's how you keep costs down.
Right.
Also, sashes are done.
What is the cost for the state?
Okay, so state.
Community Service America.
Community service is the state pageant.
Right.
It is $65. Yes, you heard me correctly, $65. I'm not getting paid. I don't need to be paid. My staff is not getting paid.
That includes the fantastic state crown and the sash.
We showed them a picture. The state crown, gorgeous sash with our logo on it. Okay. Also includes.
So it includes this crown. And then
it also includes goodie bags. Sometimes these are little things that I put in the goodie bags. It also, here. See, I told you I had everything set up. These, if you see, these are what we used to call Z cards. I guess they're autograph cards now.
Autograph cards, comp cards, yeah.
Comp cards, autograph cards. We call them Z cards. You can sign them and hand them out. That is all included in your $65. And again, the reason I can offer that price is because I'm not getting paid for this. You are literally, your entry fee, should you win. Okay, you have to submit your materials first. You do not submit an entry fee until you've submitted your material.
You've already put in for your application, right?
I would love it. Oh, yes.
I mean, honestly, all of Emily's broadcasts would count as community service, wouldn't they?
Every single one. Mm-hmm. They would.
Every single broadcast that she does would be considered community service. You don't even have to leave your home.
All of every time you're on doing this, it's community service. And that's the thing. I was trying to see. The rest is for national. So you get all these little goodies. Okay, and yes, it's only $65, and I get people like, oh, okay, that's not very much. Great, you want to send me more? I would be more than happy to take it and use it to sponsor someone who can't afford it. If you want to send me more than that, I would be happy to donate it to the Pink Hills Pink Fire Trucks to help them with gas, because they're currently on tour driving fire trucks everywhere. I'd be happy to donate it to, you know, local food banks and things like that. If you want to send me more, that's fine.
Charity of your choice.
Yeah. You want to send me more, have me submit it to a charity of your choice? That's wonderful. I don't need it. Okay? And I don't mean that like, oh, we have money. We don't have money. I mean it in the way that I don't want your money. Okay? I want you to shine. And how we do that is you submit your entry, and that online it tells you what to do. And after you've submitted your entry, the judges look at it. We do have judges. And they look at it, and if you are accepted as one of our queens, then you pay your entry, which literally pays for the crown and the sash. Now, don't get me wrong, you are not buying your title. You have to earn it first. Right. Then you're paying for it, because I can't afford to. So that's the big thing. The Nationals, the Accomplished American Program Nationals, is $265 because it is live. So for live, you've got to have a building to have it in. For live, you have to order crowns months in advance because they take forever to get here. You have to order sashes in bulk here at the same time. Okay, all the prizes that I like to give out. Again, this is one of the crown pins that everybody gets at nationals. Everybody gets a red, white, and blue Stars and Stripes pin, notebooks. My goodness, I don't know, a whole bag. Stacy knows. And usually the national queens that come, the live national queens, get to go with me shopping to do this. So that's why it's $265. And again, there's people that go, 200? You mean 2650? No. 265. And we feed you. We feed you.
It includes
there are so many
transportation from the airport, correct?
Sacramento Airport.
Transportation while you're at pageant.
Yes, you don't have to rent a car.
Service activities and sightseeing that you go to during pageant.
We have a full itinerary.
It includes all of your meals at pageant.
Photo shoot.
Photo shoot.
Yep.
And then the pajama party as well.
Yes, the pajama party, again, where we feed you more. Here's how, okay, so some people are like, wow, you eat a lot. All right, so here's the thing. Stacey and I have both participated in a myriad of pageants over the years, quite a few years. And one of the things that we noticed, hi Steffi, one of the things that we noticed, you've only got 10 years on me for pageants, is they don't feed you enough. And you're expected to fly there, get all of your food together on your own, okay, and make sure that you are eating. Okay, well, I don't want you passing out on the stage, and I don't want you getting sick, and if you have a disability, I want to make sure that you are healthy. We, family first, health first. Yes, see? And
George and I, we're eating.
Our goal is to get a picture of every single day eating in class to show that we eat. And so one of the things is at the orientation, okay, when you come in and you do orientation, we feed you at orientation. We feed you dinner. So you're there, you're getting your pageant shirt, which again is included in the price. You get your pageant shirt, you're getting your goodie bag, you're getting your full itinerary, you're getting, your photos taken of, hey, I've arrived at nationals. Hey, look at all my sister queens. More eating. Yes. And then you're served dinner. Okay, so that's one thing is everybody's got to tell me allergies beforehand because we are very allergy conscious over here.
We're sightseeing.
Okay, so then the following morning, everybody gets up. Okay, if you're staying at the location, then you're staying at the location. If not, you come to the location or you get a ride to the location, and you have a breakfast buffet. Homemade breakfast buffet. I'm not talking we're going out to a restaurant and we all have to hang out. I'm talking come in your pajamas. You don't have to wear makeup, but as long as you're comfortable with your being taken. And we have a breakfast buffet. Literally, we just have this big buffet and you serve yourself up and sit down with your sister queens and you eat. And we talk about our day and how it's going to go and we prep for our interviews. Then everybody goes to get ready, comes back, does interviews. Okay, after interviews, the judges go to eat, because that's what you do. You feed your judges. And then we do our tours and our community service work and all of our photo ops and all of those things and have lunch again. Okay, so breakfast buffet, then lunch, right? Now, if you need to bring snacks with you, bring snacks. Or what you do during breakfast buffet is you get a little container or a baggie and you put them in there and stick them in your bag. And then we come back for dinner, the slumber party. Did you hear dinner? And the slumber party, and we all work on what we need to do for the next day. And the first thing you do, competition morning, is you get it's called the flower farm. And you are taken in your sundresses and your big floppy hats. Again, taken, you don't have to do it yourself, to the flower farm and treated to brunch at this gorgeous place called the Flower Farm. Stacy's been there, Cherie's been there. And then while you're doing that, the staff and the board, anybody who's not a chaperone, is prepping everything for you. So everything's all getting decorated, everything's all set up, so that when you come back, you brush your teeth, you get yourself ready to go, and we do pageant. So
wait. Can we talk about my favorite thing about pageant?
Okay.
Besides the fact that pageant is fun. Because pageant, honestly, most fun I've ever had in my whole life at pageant. But we do a pajama party, and we watch Miss Congeniality. For anybody that's ever watched a pageant, heard about a pageant, if you've watched the movie Miss Congeniality, we watch it. I have 1 and 2 too, but we watch that. And then when we're at pageant, on stage questions are asked
questions. Yes.
about the movie.
It can either be a direct quote from the movie, or trivia about the movie, or literally your favorite question.
Heather, what is your favorite date and why?
See, and the problem is I don't actually know the answer. It's been that long since I watched it.
It's not cold, and it's all you need is a light jacket. And all you need is a light jacket or sweater.
So we're serious too. Like, we watched the movies the night before nationals, and then if there needs to be a tiebreaker for any reason, your on-stage question literally comes from the movie you watched at the sleepover the night before. There's no political, there's no religious, there's none of that. There's no, all of a sudden, my mind went blank because I have no idea. Literally, you just watched these 2 movies, and the next day, if we need a tiebreaker, it's your on-stage question. So it's not the answer. It's how you
answer it. Right. And the personal interview is all about your scrapbook and all about your application. So whenever you submit to the judges, they are only allowed to ask you questions that are prevalent to your scrapbook and your application, correct?
Yeah. So if the majority of your volunteer work is, say, through a religious organization, then they may ask you questions about it. If the majority of your volunteer work is for a political organization, they can ask you questions about it. If not, nope. It is about who you are as a person, who you are inside. It has no politics, nothing to do with religion. We don't care. One thing that people do, again, something that also intimidates people, I am very blunt. I am very outspoken, and I'm not going to lie to you. So for me, I know that some people, they're put off by that because they need someone to hold their hand and be like, it's okay, you're pretty.
If you need someone to be nicer to you, I can translate Heather.
We have board members and staff and coaches that can do that. If you want the truth, if you want to be told how things are and, no nonsense, then you come to me. Otherwise, we have lots of buffers for those who need them. So far, there's only been a few people like that that need the buffers, and we send them
to the other people. Does that make you the official pageant coach and therapist?
Yeah, well, and then Miranda is our state coordinator. She helps with the state queens, so if I can't get back to you immediately, Miranda will. And so she's so good, especially with the younger girls. Miranda just has this compassion and just such a good heart with the younger girls, whereas I scare the younger girls, and I don't mean to. I scare the older girls. But that's because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've spent too many years trying to be tactful. I just decided one day, why? Why am I doing this? Who does it benefit? No one. It's not benefiting me.
Right.
So yes, that's one of those things is I am very outspoken. I'm only loud because I was a teacher, and I'm a mom, and my maiden name is Scott. And I know nobody gets that joke about my Scott family, but it's kind of a predisposition. The Scott women are me, right? So that's one of the things is that, if you need someone who's a little more gentle and not as loud and outspoken as myself, we do have those people for you to work with.
Okay, and I am not quiet, but I'm...
No, you're not quiet, but you're gentle and that's something. Again, you're a teacher and a gymnast, so you can be loud, but your disposition is mostly you can be calm because of the therapist thing. I was never a therapist. I can never be a therapist. I bow to the therapists because they're always so gentle and soft-spoken and just so kind. And I'm very, very kind. but you kind of have to understand that I'm also very loud.
You're very kind.
I am very kind. I am extremely kind. And I'm also very conceited and confident, and I'm okay dealing with this. I'm okay with those people who are very confident.
Right.
We work very well together when you're a confident person. If you're not as confident, we work to make you confident in yourself. Not to the outside world. It's not about them, but for you. And I hope we do that. I think we did that for Cherie as well. Cherie came to us, and she is very confident in who she is and all of those things. Anything else that we need to talk about? We talked about price and why it's the price it is, and that I only raise it if the post office raises their price. If people want to give me more money, I have no problem taking that money and using it for other things. We also, the program book. That's something people ask about. We do have a program book. We love our program book. We make our program book in-house. It is a keepsake. It is not specifically to make money, though usually it covers its own cost. So this was last year's program book. I don't know if anybody watching up there can see it. That is a peekaboo window because she requested a peekaboo window. So, peekaboo. It's my favorite.
That I love. I like that.
I know, isn't that beautiful? And I did their year for them, and all the things that you would see in a regular program book. Okay, so we do make program books. Now here's where most people, again, with when I say 65 or 265, and they're like, "Are you sure?" Program books. I worked at a copy and print place when I was early adulthood. Okay, early 20s. Wonderful man and his son, and they just needed someone like me, reception, bright, cheery, intake. And I learned about things like the cost of paper, the cost of ink, the types of paper. I learned all the things that you need to learn. And I'm not trying to think of the nice way to say this. Dogging any other pageant systems for their prices at all whatsoever. I just want our program to make you shine and be affordable for all. My program costs, because we do them in-house, and they're gorgeous, and they are sturdy, they are just as beautiful as all the other program books. This one happened to be black and white, because I wanted the front to be the color. Stacy's cover is, Stacy's year, the cover is color. A full page in our program book is $20. That is what I said. You heard me, $20. That is for a full page. All delegates get a free full page as well. If you want to design your own page, you just got to send it to me JPEG. I put the program book together. I do not outsource. I do as much as I can in-house. Again, because I want this affordable for everyone. I want you to be able to shine. There's so many people that will go and be like, "Oh, this looks fantastic. Oh, I love that crown. Oh, look at their sashes. Oh, this looks like a wonderful program for me." $3,000. I don't have $3,000. That's like twice my mortgage. In the lower states, that's like 5 times their mortgage. That's like 3 paychecks. Okay, that's difficult to come across. Whereas our program, I want you to look at it and be like, "Oh my gosh, this looks awesome," and then go, "Are you serious? That I can afford this? Where do I sign up?" So and each delegate included in their national entry fee includes your full delegate page with your platform written on it, your headshot picture, any sponsors you may have if you have sponsors. And you can get sponsors. We love the sponsors. In fact, if anybody is a rich philanthropist out there that wants to sponsor our pageant, I would love to offer it for free, but I can't.
We would love to offer it for free. If you know of anybody that wants to help us, that would be fantastic. So.
Seriously, we're actually not kidding there. If there are any philanthropists out there who would like to sponsor the Accomplished American Program, sponsor delegates, sponsor prizes, I would love some prize sponsors this year. Last year, one of our former queens, she was my title, Ms. Accomplished American. She was one of my successors. I think that's how she works with essential oils, and she donated essential oils. All of the queens got a special little, it was called Calm or Blend, or Calm Blend or something. And so she sponsored that prize to everyone. So we do, if somebody wants to sponsor, say, the dinner for the delegates, that's great. You know, send me that money and I will put you in the program book as our sponsor for the dinner for the delegates. And I mean, we're still going to do it the same way because we want to keep the cost down, but we'll say you paid for it. If you want to sponsor a woman, if you know someone that, and we do have a guys program, but not as many people want to do it, so it's more of a write-in, let me know. And we also have our American Hero. I almost forgot about our American Hero one. Our American Hero program is in honor of my husband, who's a disabled military veteran. My father is a military veteran. All of my grandfathers were military veterans. I'm pretty sure that had my bio dad not passed on, he would have been a military veteran. So we are from a family of military veterans, and we support our veterans. So we have something called Accomplished American Heroes. And Accomplished American Heroes is also with our national program. It is the only title, the only national title that I will do concurrently. Is that? Concurrent. I think that's concurrently. As in, if you win Accomplished American, you know, like Ms. Accomplished American, Miss Team, not Team, but Miss or higher, okay? Right. And you also enter the Accomplished American Hero. You can win both. It is the only one. The Hero one is the only one you can get.
The Hero qualification is...
Here's the Hero...
Service?
No, not just military service. I have it right here so I can read it so everybody knows I'm not making it up. It's right there.
Okay.
So, and the entry fee for that, because they're heroes, is $60. Okay, and yes, I said $60 because, again, affordable, and they're heroes, and usually it's somebody else paying it for them. Okay, so you need to, and again, usually somebody nominated them, paid the fee, and then they have to submit their stuff. So what it is for 18 years old and up, and you either need to be some form of military, active duty military, retired military, veteran, EAS'd out, but you have to be in good standing. Have to be in good standing. Law enforcement, emergency services, fighters, EMTs, RNs, okay? Also teachers, okay? Any level of teaching. And what happens is usually, not always, you can enter yourself if you'd like. I'm really hoping that one of our former misses will enter, because I think she'd be great. She's
Wait, I can enter?
No, you're not a firefighter. You're a teacher, though. No, you're busy. You're a little busy with your international title, my dear. And what you do is, well, first of all, you get a hold of me and say, I want to enter the Hero program. And then you have to show proof. Okay, you do have to show proof that you are one of these people. Okay, you have to show proof that you were a military, law enforcement, firefighter, EMT, RN, or teacher. And then what you do is you have to write an essay. You submit a list of your awards, commendations, honors, you know, that you've received, and a picture of yourself in either your military uniform, your law enforcement uniform, your firefighter EMT uniform. If you're an RN, you can be in your scrubs, like your favorite scrubs, with your, you know, your badge and everything. Just cover up personal information. And if you're a teacher, you submit a photo of you with your class. So where it says, you know, teacher's name, photo with your class, and all genders, all ages. Okay, we can talk about that for a minute. All ages. Anybody under the age of 5, you've got to contact us and say, hey. Say it's a grandma and a mom, or a mother and a daughter, or maybe a daughter and a dad. Yay, teacher. You contact us and you say, look, I've got, you know, a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old. I would really like, you know, them to do this with me. And at that point, I say, okay. And then the entry fee is worked. There's a discount for them because they're little. They still get a crown. It's called the petite crown. It's so cute. It's like this big. Remember when we accidentally got the petite instead of the regular? And it was so tiny. But they get a little crown. They do get a sash, just like you, and they get to do it with you. 6 and up, they kind of have to stand on their own. So, and, if it is like a dad whose daughter really wants to do this but doesn't want to do it alone, then you contact me. We talk about, the men's competition. And if you're willing to do that, then you and your daughter can do that as well. So we are definitely open to everyone. Anything else you can think of, Stacy?
No, I think we've hit it all. So basically we have the Community Service America, which is just your state title. The Accomplished
If you don't want to come to nationals, yes.
Right, if you don't want to go into the live nationals, the Accomplished American Live title is available. If you win the Accomplished American title, then you can go on to the Accomplished International title. The international title is an online system as well, but you have to be able to show proof of your residency in that country or that you...
Yes, if you are not an Accomplished American title holder, as in we did not crown you Accomplished American. And remember, we have so many age divisions, so... you have to show your lineage. So if you are here in the States and you're like, oh, but I'm from Scotland. Okay, well, I need to see that lineage. Right. Literally just email me the that shows, screenshot ancestry.com thing and show it to me. I need the proof, that you are from there. Okay, just like with our American Hero, I need the proof that you are actually that. But other than Accomplished American, you need to be residing here in the United
States. There you go.
Yes, you need to be. And since we are a program for all ages and we don't have a gender, we have a men's category and a women's category. For those of you who don't identify with either of those, I don't know what to do. So, unfortunately, I'm not educated enough to deal with
Although we have no problems or objections to transgender.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying that I would need someone to let me know or how to deal with someone who doesn't identify with either and what title to give them. But yeah, we have no problem. I am open to everyone. It's kind of hard to say I have a men's division and a women's division if, you identify as a woman, then I guess you're in the women's division, aren't you?
Well, there are a lot of pageants that say you have to be born a woman or you have to
and that doesn't work for us because we're open to men.
Right, exactly. So
we have the Accomplished Americans.
It's what you identify with. If you want to be...
Yes, we have a men's division. It's just not as popular as the women's division. So, I'm still waiting for that couple, that Mr. and Mrs. that want to do it together. That would be so much fun to have a Mr. and Mrs. that are married.
Because usually a pageant woman has a husband that's very quiet in the background going, oh God, she's doing it again.
Yes, but we love our pageant husbands. Like I said, I'm still waiting for that couple to come in that want to be Mr. and Mrs. Accomplished American together as the couple.
I'm laughing, but actually, I can't believe that you get your husband to be on camera with you because my husband lurks in the background, you'll hear him, but you.
I think mine's outside chopping down a tree branch or being manly or something. I don't know, but yeah, mine. Now he does. All of my boys, I have boys, all of my boys, and my husband will never wear one, so I haven't gotten him one yet, but all of my boys are ambassadors for our program, and so they all have their little sashes.
Right.
And I like them because they're washable. So, we do have a boys' division.
I want them to be washable. I don't know.
Right. Now, one thing that Stacy did teach me over these years that I actually didn't know from all pageantry. When you get your sash, Scotch guard it, because you will be doing so many appearances. And I have my state one. Yes, my state one's in the pageant crown case. But my state sash from Accomplished American, I did so many appearances. That was this crown that's all broken. That it is so dirty because I didn't know to Scotch guard it first. And still to this day, it's just dirty because that shows all of the things that I did. That shows how much I was involved in my community.
Can I show your middle child performing or no?
Oh, please don't. No, not right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty private about the kids.
I know.
Just because it's not their choice. If it was their choice, then it would be different.
Well, he chose to perform, so that was.
He chose. Oh, I meant on public. Yes. One of the things also for the younger under 18. When I put them on website and stuff, if I do have their picture up, it only has their first name. And usually I don't put anyone under 18 on the website. I only put 18 and up on the website. I'm very conscious about that. And so even when I was saying, hey ladies, I need pictures, I did not put last names because some of them were underage. So I'm really, really super hyper conscious of that as well. So
and that's why I asked you beforehand.
If there are parents out there who are like, well, I'm not sure about this because of that aspect, because they've maybe seen or heard something about certain parts of pageantry that they don't necessarily agree with or like, we're your stem. We are very respectful. Again, if that means that, say, you have a religious affiliation and every single one of your, child's appearances happen only within that organization, then that's where they happen.
Right.
And if you are one of those families like ours where you go everywhere together, mostly because Cherie's our only babysitter and she works a lot. But if you're one of those families who you literally do everything with, then great. You're doing everything together. If every picture of my delegate is her and her family at an event, then that's awesome. We've had delegates like that in the past. One of our Grand Supreme teams, her family did everything together. Even her brother, okay? Everything together. It was so much fun. We'd get there and she had her.
This is a family program, and that's the whole idea.
It is, yes. We are very family first. Very, very family first. That is one of our, again, our entry fees are low. Okay, if you're choosing between groceries and pageant, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Well, and
it sounds like you have been able to give us all of the information that we need to be able to get a really good idea of what the Accomplished American program is about, the different pageants that are involved with it. What is the deadline for nationals, and can you still qualify for live nationals this year?
Live nationals this year, August 1st is the absolute end. I will not take anybody else after August 1st because they're on August 13th. So if you really think that, again, we help you with everything. So don't let that deter you. We help you with everything. I personally do not. Okay? I organize all the things, and I do this with you, yes, but I don't coach anyone. Okay? For even in the room, okay, I am out. I'm above par, everything across the board. So I want everybody to know that right now, that I'm there, I'm with you, I'll give you hugs on your way into interview, hugs on your way out of interview. I will not be in your interview. I will probably only be on stage for a moment at the actual event to introduce the MC and to give out one award that I personally give out. And that's pretty much it. Even the director's award will be given out by the co-director. Okay? So it's not that I don't want to be involved, it's that I don't want anybody coming back and be like, well, she was the director's favorite. That's why she won.
Okay.
So
everybody can get more information at the AccomplishedAmericanProgram.org, correct?
Yes, .org. And that tells you all the information you need to know. We have a Facebook page, Accomplished American Program. It's the Facebook page. Got to be honest, we don't use it a lot because it's Facebook. And so, yeah, if anybody's interested, $265. It includes all of Nationals and your crown and sash with our logo on all training while we're there to make sure you know what you're doing. You're not going to fall on your face on accident. If you fall on your face, I'm sorry, I can't help that. But, we do all of that with you, and we're very, very, pro you. You bring your stuff, we help you set it up. There is no backstabbing in my pageant, period. Lots of crying, lots of happy crying in my pageant, but there's no backstabbing. I will kick a girl out, okay? This is above bar. We are here to serve our communities. We are here to shine. We are here to better ourselves. So,
Lives are in Northern California, just outside of Sacramento, just so that you know. So it's in California.
California.
And again, if you want more information, you can go to the AccomplishedAmericanProgram.org, or you can always contact me. Heather, your email address is on the website, correct? So if they want to,
my email address is on the website. Yes. Yes. If anybody has questions, my email address is on the website. I try not to interact with Facebook. I don't find it very professional.
Okay, there you go. She doesn't like to be messaged on Facebook just because she would rather do everything by email and then by regular mail, just so it's more professional, just so that everybody knows. So she doesn't always, and because she is very family oriented, her Facebook page is private, so you cannot look her up.
Yes, no.
You cannot find her by connecting the dots. And don't be offended.
But they can follow me.
Your friend, yes, but they can phone you. That's true.
Follow. They can follow me, West Coast Pageants, the West Coast. What am I? West Coast correspondent for Pageantry Now.
That's true. Or you can follow
on Facebook.
I can't type it all out.
And fans, anybody that's here, fan me.
I can't even spell it. Okay, you can find Pageantry Now. Just look us up, or look up West Coast correspondent Pageantry Now.
Pageantry Now. Yeah.
And she's there. So here. All right,
and
Heather,
I post on that. Love you too. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on and sharing the story about the program and the history and explaining it a little bit more for anybody that's interested. Again, if you want more information, you can contact myself or Heather. So,
thank you.
Bye. Thanks, everybody, for a very special edition of Pageantry Now. Again, that was the Accomplished American Director, the Accomplished International Director, Heather Clark. And she is my director. She was explaining the Accomplished American Program. If you'd like more information, you can go to the AccomplishedAmericanProgram.org, or you can find them on Facebook at the Accomplished American Program. If you'd like more information, and if you haven't already, please fan us at Pageantry Now. We do our shows every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where a different title holder or pageant director or perhaps a photographer or a pageant coach will come on and talk about the things that are positive about pageantry. And we do live events, so you might find us live on the red carpet at different pageants and be able to see live interviews as well. With that being said, you can find us on Facebook at Pageantry Now, Instagram, Pageantry Now, and Twitter at Pageantry Now, or you can go back and look at our videos on YouTube at Pageantry Now Media. Thanks so much for joining me today for this very special edition of Pageantry Now. I always appreciate all of our fans, and as we call them, crownies. Thanks again for being here, and remember, please be kind to one another, just like Ellen DeGeneres says. At the end of the day, our world would be a better place if we were actually working together as one. So thanks again for joining me. I love you. Thank you, Emily, for being here. We really appreciate it. Much love to you. One of my friends that I met through YouNow is now one of my real life friends. So I am always grateful to have you here and to have your support. So thank you so much. And with that being said, thanks everybody for joining us. And that's a wrap. Have a great day.